Hey everyone, this is the latest LEGO City set to be called Monster Truck. Just Monster Truck. This is one of the larger Monster Truck sets that LEGO has ever made for minifigs in particular. And I think that's a good thing because they've done a number of Monster Trucks that kind of don't scale well to the cars that they must crush. Now this does not include any car to actually crush, but I will show you what it looks like crushing cars or simulating crushing cars. Obviously this thing has suspension. You can see that right from the start. I don't have to go into that any farther. It's right there, and I can tell you that it's very soft. And that's a good thing. I hate when suspension is so stiff that it doesn't really work. You can't really use it. With this, just a slight touch gets it going, and it's independent front to rear. The side to side motion exists. There's a little bit in there, just a little bit. You can actually see a little bit of steering action that occurs from the change in toe in when you just lean it from side to side. That's kind of cool. But you know, it's nice to have it soft like that so that if you actually just drive it over regular terrain, the normal stuff that kids would be going over, they can see the suspension actually working. You know, you can see it working, you can feel it working, and that's what I want to see in suspension on any kind of vehicle toy. What I don't want to see though is a white rubber band. That's just so unfortunate. LEGO, I feel, really ruins the look of many things from many angles with rubber bands that just don't match the color scheme. I mean, they've got other white elements in this vehicle, so it's not too bad. I actually don't mind the blue Technic pieces here. The gray ones fit in just fine. The red pieces, I think, fit in just fine. This is really nice what they did for the bed. That's actually built up. Those are actual 1x1 plate pieces there. So that's not a sticker. I originally thought that was going to be done with a sticker, but it's actually built up. That's good. And big tires are really good. Comes with this ramp, which is really, really minimal. You know, you really have to aim directly for it to go over it. So, you know, not the best thing there. Could have used either more pieces or just a plate, I think, to go over this with a single hinge piece would have helped. But you know, you do have to kind of line your tires up in order to get it to go over that. I really like that sticker right there, though. I could definitely use more of those stickers to create a little bit of an arena course. But yeah, the thing will go over it. It's okay. It also comes with a couple of little flaming barrels over here just for, you know, a little extra effect. You can use that to represent your start-finish line. The truck itself has 3 stickers on it, one on either side. These are just identical, very 80s looking. Very cool. I actually like that. And then this one is good. It's larger, and it also has the checkerboard pattern built into it. The bumper, or lack thereof, around the corners is not that great. I guess just this corner right here is the area that I don't like. You can see the red piece behind there, and it just feels like this is missing stuff a little bit. I understand, you know, I've watched monster trucks for over 3 decades now. I understand how these things are actually built and designed, and they need clearance and everything, but still, just that corner bugs me a little bit. I like the choice of the fenders that they used for this. They are really good, well sized to these tires. And for the interior, you just get a steering wheel, which is fine. A little bit of a rest at the back there. Has back windows. They didn't even need to include those, so that's nice that they put those pieces in there. And then here's the figure. And this has a torso with no logo prints on it, which I think is great. The more generic you can make prints for minifigs especially, the longer they will last, the more ways you can use them, different ways you can use them as you start to mix and match different pieces in your collection. You can make, you know, custom figures. You could put a female head on this. It works perfectly fine. You could use it for a boat racing theme. You could use it for anything that you want, just using the colors and the design, both of which I think are good. Again, just a little bit of throwback to the 80s there, a little bit of Iron Man Ivan Stewart kind of, you know, the stripes. So I think older fans will appreciate that, but it's still not something that's super retro that, you know, kids won't get at all or will hate, because they're still nice colors and it's still a nice design. Just one face for this guy, but it's fine. It's got a little bit of almost a devilish smile because he's looking forward to crushing some stuff, and he's got a little bit of wear on one side of his cheek because, you know, you get kind of rocked around in a monster truck. There's what he looks like actually in the truck, so he sits up high enough to be able to see his face pretty well. And I promised that I would show you this thing actually trying to crush some cars. So here are a couple of cars, and in the real world, they actually use little ramps of dirt leading up to these things, especially nowadays. I mean, they pretty much always have to help, but the ramp actually works really well. These are custom cars, but they're roughly the size of normal Lego City cars these days in terms of their height and their proportions and everything. And the ramp works really well for this purpose. And I'm maintaining, you know, contact between tire and surface beneath. It just works. That's what I want to see. As a matter of fact, those tires are big enough that I don't even need to use the ramp at all. Haha, I'm such a rebel. Just drive right up to the side of it, get a little bit of contact there, a little bit of force, and yeah, just crush those cars. Just drive right over them. Look at that. You can pose it like that. That looks great. I love it. Yes, yes. This is good. This is good. I was a little bit skeptical when I first saw pictures of this thing, worrying that it might be a little bit too big for city scale, but no, it's not. Look at this. Line it up right up to 2 cars, and it just drives right over them. And there's enough clearance underneath. And that's a pretty standard size for the roof of a city car. Yes, yes. Good toy, good toy. Looks nice too, except for the rubber band. In spite of how well this thing plays, dare I say, I feel like it's a little bit on the expensive side. The price to part ratio is fine, but I feel like the amount of stuff that you get for what you pay feels just a little bit steep to me. I wish this was just a couple dollars, maybe a few dollars cheaper than it is. In the US, it's $20. I would prefer to see it like $16.99 or $17.99 at the most. That's just what it feels like to me, because, you know, the truck is decent in size, but it's not all that complex. And ultimately, I mean, it's just like a city scale truck with big tires and a little bit more going on for the chassis than normal. So to not have any details, you know, like being a utility vehicle that has a toolbox and tools, and, you know, or a commercial vehicle that has other things that you can do with it, just feels like $20 is just slightly too much for this to me. So there you go, monster truck. And it's a monster truck done pretty right, in my opinion. Just needs to get rid of those rubber bands. Don't like the look of those. But that's it for this video. So I'm going to move on to my next one. As always, I've always got new content on the way. So stay tuned, and I will talk to you again soon.